Good morning, YouTube. Let's get to it. In New York State, taking an innocent life is cheap. In New York State, taking an innocent life can get you as little as 2 to 6 years in prison. A young woman named Kiara Grimes was in a home on Rochester's northeast side. Her boyfriend, Jermaine Brown. Jermaine Brown shot his girlfriend, Kiara Grimes, grabbed her, dragged her outside the house, dropped her on the driveway, and walked away, ran away, leaving her to bleed out and die. Let's break that down again. Jermaine Brown shot his girlfriend, dragged her outside of the house, threw her on the driveway, dropped her on the driveway of the house, where she bled out. Good morning, Roger from Buffalo. Thank you for tuning in. Where she bled out, and he ran away. Yesterday, Jermaine Brown was sentenced to 2 to 6 years in prison. Which means, good morning, my brother. Yeah, right, it's in the house. Which means that, again, in New York State, taking an innocent life, shooting someone, then dragging him down. Good morning, David D'Angelo from Henrietta. Then dragging him out of the house and dropping him on the driveway. Then running away as they bleed out and die. New York State has decided that heinous taking of a human life, having zero respect and zero regard for another human being, and leaving him to die in a driveway of a house is only worth 2 to 6 years in prison. Again, that's New York State. Danielle Allen, a Caucasian young woman from the Livingston County area, Avon area. Real Jingy, cheers at Davy VTV. Good morning, though. This is a tough subject. Absolutely. Danielle Allen, a white chick from an affluent family. Daddy is a New York State police. Good morning, New York Jets from Geneva. Daddy is a New York State police major. Hold up. Are y'all still with me here? Somebody let me know. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Still here. How's the video, David? How's the video? How's the audio? Screen froze here. Yep. But vid froze. You can hear me? Okay. How about now? Are we good? Are we good? Good. Okay. Thank you. All right. Yeah, right says good. Isn't it just funny and just ironic? Thank you. You're back. Thank you. Perfect. Back. Yes, sir. Thank you, everyone. Isn't it ironic when I stop dropping some truth bombs? There's always technical difficulties. Interesting. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. Danielle Allen, a Caucasian young woman, daughter of none other than a top-ranking New York State Police Major, Richard Allen, stabbed her boyfriend, Marcus Postel, who was African American, and then claimed that Postel was coming after her. Stabbed them in their apartment somewhere in Livingston County area. Livingston County, New York. Not far from Rochester. About 30-minute drive. And again, like Jermaine Brown did to his girlfriend, Kiara Grimes, Danielle Allen basically watched him bleed out and die. Think she ran away too, but left him to bleed out. Actually, if I recall correctly, she was there when the police came. So pretty sure she just watched her boyfriend bleed out after she stabbed him to death. Well, I believe, if not yesterday, the day before yesterday, within the last couple of days, much like Jermaine Brown received 2 to 6 years for taking an innocent life, New York State decided, the system in New York State, the criminal justice system in New York State decided that despite a jury having found Danielle Allen guilty in the death of her boyfriend, Marcus Postel, that her stabbing him and letting him bleed out, that an innocent life was only worth 3 to 9 years in prison. Let's step back real quick and break this down. Jermaine Brown shoots his girlfriend. And by the way, in case you didn't know, it's Domestic Violence Awareness. It's that time of the year, right? Where we claim to give a fuck about domestic violence. More hypocrisy. More hypocrisy. So Jermaine Brown is sentenced to 2 to 6 years for taking the life of his girlfriend, Kiara Grimes, for shooting her. And then as she was bleeding, dragging her out of the house, not getting any medical help, not calling for any help, and dropping her like trash in the driveway of the home where he shot her. Then running away as she bled out and died. New York State decided that is worth 2 to 6 years in prison. And Danielle Allen, the daughter of a New York State Police Major, Richard Allen, her complete and disgusting disregard and lack of respect for another human being, and they call it justice in New York. Thank you, Roger. Absolutely. Danielle Allen's complete and disgusting lack of respect and regard for another human being. And the fact that she took an innocent life, the judge decided that her crime and her taking an innocent life is only worth 3 to 9 years in prison. There are people serving harsher sentences for marijuana in New York State and throughout this country. There are people serving more time for victimless crimes than Danielle Allen and Jermaine Brown will serve for taking 2 innocent lives and then giving 0 fucks about them bleeding out and dying. Disgusting. Think about that today. Think about the hypocrisy that I'm always talking about. Right? As a society, we're always quick to shine, what is it? Purple for domestic violence? And talk the talk, right? But what does the saying say? Our actions speak louder than words. And what does it say when New York State's criminal justice system sentences an individual who had 0 regard for his girlfriend, who shot her, dragged her outside, and let her bleed out in a driveway? And he is sentenced to 2 to 6 years. That's it. And what are we really saying as a state? And what is the criminal justice system truly saying when Danielle Allen receives, in essence, a slap on the wrist for stabbing her boyfriend to death? But yet we as a society go around screaming and yelling and, about domestic violence, pretending that we care. Actions speak louder than words. 2 individuals who took 2 innocent lives are both given a slap on the wrist. Disgusting. Peace.